This is the electric meter. It's on the north side of the small garage. There's the rain sensor, not quite level. Grounding rod, properly buried, but we only have one. Should have 2 grounds within 6 feet. Of course, when this house is built, I'm not sure. The main service panel should be sealed, just like the electric service disconnects on the air conditioning units. Should be sealed on the tops and the sides. Just like the carriage lamps on the front portico. Moving along here. This is GFCI for the exterior on the other side of the wall. I tripped it, I reset it. This is the lawn sprinkler system. It does have care and use manual. It does have operation instructions, but the zones are not labeled. And we're running it through some paces in the manual. But this is electrical. Here's your panel inside the north wall. Panel, sub-panel, that's what we call them. Okay, bundling. That's very common, but it's not right. See, we have these big holes where L1 and L2 come in. They're these big knockout holes. That's what they're for, and we have all these smaller holes. And that's supposed to bring more than 2 cables in at a time. It's called the skin effect. It's a very common deficiency. Very common. I'm not discounting it, but even my reference that I baked into the report discounts it. Okay, L1 and L2, it should have little rubber boots on them. Should have rubber boots on, plastic protective boots. If you do not know that's hot, no protective covers on L1 and L2. If you do know it's hot, you don't belong in the cabinet. I get that. But also, it's required as a safety. Only on this side, not this side, but this side's white, so it doesn't really matter. But on this side, this should be wrapped 4 times, not 4 times in a row. This is your main neutral. If you don't know this is the main neutral, you do not belong in this cabinet. I get that. And it is wrapped. It is wrapped with white, but it's supposed to be wrapped 4 times. That's what it is. These panels were screwed into place. Screws are fast and tight, I get that. But they don't have the same tensile strength as nails. Ever try to pull apart a treehouse? So if this structure were to experience a tornado, for example, if these cabinets have been nailed in place, they would stand a better... You're already having a bad day if a tornado hits the house, I get that. But they would stand a better chance of staying safely in place if they had been nailed properly. You're not supposed to have more than 1/8 of an inch gap between your cabinets and the gypsum board. Because what happens is when they put the cover on, then now this panel's about containing the fire. I get it, we have knockouts and stuff in the back. By the way, that knockout should have been sealed. Open knockout in the sub panel on the back. So we got these little holes, but you're not supposed to have more than 1/8 of an inch. I didn't write this. The wrong kind of screws. We have sawdust in the panels. I'm not supposed to have sawdust. We have AFCI. That's a good thing. I tripped all of them. I did. AFCI is in the bedrooms only. If this home was built this morning, they would be just about everywhere. But it wasn't built this morning, so it kind of is what it is. Then sawdust, combustible sawdust in both the panels. We're not supposed to have that. Then what makes this panel unique from this one? Well, it's a sub panel. But also you have double lug neutrals. Over here you do not have double lug neutrals. In the main, in the sub you've got double lug neutrals. You can double lug grounds. That's acceptable. They didn't even do that here. Double lug grounds. But neutrals carry current continuously. You're not supposed to double lug your neutrals. Just not. So, what did we learn here today? We learned that we've got 1 grounding rod. We learned that the meter should be sealed. We learned that we got bundling. We learned that our cabinets are screwed into place and that we have a more than 1/8 of an inch gap in them. We learned that the main neutral is not wrapped. We learned that we do not have protective covers. Ironically, protective covers aren't required over here on the sub panel. Yet. Sawdust. We learned we had double lug neutrals. We also learned, this is new, curveball. 2 curveballs. Hand labeled. It's supposed to be printed like that. And our ground is labeled in here. That's good. But hand labeled. Not supposed to do that. 1, 2, 3, 40, 30, 45. What else did we learn? Let's do some research. Oh, my business cards. I was worried about. Hang on. Um, 40, 30, 2 40s, and a 30. What we got here? 45 and 40. At least one of the condensing units is overfused. The fuse is larger. And then also, what else did we learn? Oh man. See how 2 spaces that we have an open knockout. We have an open knockout in this panel cover. You can stick your finger through. I'll get a still image of that. So that's about it. I kind of took you on a whirlwind, roundabout thing. Bundling, protective covers, screws, sawdust, double lug neutrals, open knockout. Those are about the biggest things. And everything that's on the report. Oh, well here's one. Now, while we're here, here's the lawn sprinkler. The manual zone. Let's see, how many zones have I done already? Hang on, I'm here. 3. I've done 3 zones already, so we'll just come over here to manual zone. This is the way I'm doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put some time on it. Send it in. It says pause. And now we're good to go.